Good morning, everyone. I am R. Abhita, working as an assistant professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science at Vailtech Multitech Dr. Rangarajan Dr. Shakuntala Engineering College. I welcome you all to this video lecture on Introduction to Software Project Management. Today we will study the fundamentals of software project management. This module covers the complete process of planning, managing and estimating software project to ensure successful project delivery. We will begin with the introduction to software project management where we will understand the role of project management in software development. Next we will discuss the importance and categorization of software project, learning why software projects need proper management and how projects are classified based on size, complexity, and requirements. We will then study project life cycle, which describe the different phase a project goes through from initiation to completion. After that, we will learn about setting objects, which helps define clear project goals and expected outcomes. The next topic is stakeholders, where we identify the individuals, groups, or organizations involved in or affected by a software project. We will also explore management control in software project management, which focuses on monitoring project progress and ensure that project objectives are achieved. Another important topic is the project team, where will we understand the roles and responsibilities of team members involved in software development. We will then discuss stepwise project planning, a systematic approach used to plan software project actively. Next, we will study project evaluation, which helps assess project feasibility and success. We will also learn about the selection of appropriate project objectives, ensuring that project goals align with the business and the organizational needs. Finally, we will cover software efforts estimation techniques, include methods such as function point analysis, object point estimation, and COCOMO model, which helps estimate the effort, cost, and time required to develop software. By the end of this model, we will understand how software projects are planned, managed, evaluated, and estimated for successful execution. Introduction to software project management. Before developing any software, organizations need a systematic way to plan, organize, and control the project. Software project management is the discipline that helps achieve this. A software project consists of a set of activities performed to develop a software product within a specific time, budget, and quality level. This is the software project management. Next, what is project? A project is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique software product or service. Next, what are the characteristics of the project? Temporary, unique, goal oriented, limited resource, and defined start and end date. For example, suppose a company wants to develop an online shopping application. The project manager must determine how many developers are needed, how long development will take, what the budget will be, and how project risk will be handled. These responsibilities fall under software project management. Importance of software project management. Software projects often fail due to many software projects fail because they are not properly managed. Research shows that common reason for project failure. It includes unrealistic schedule, poor requirement analysis, budget overruns, lack of communication, frequent requirement changes. Software project managements help prevent these problems. It is importance can be understood through the following benefits. First, timely completion. A project schedule helps ensure work is completed on time. Next, cost control. Management helps avoid unnecessary spending and budget overruns. Next, quality improvement. Project managers establish quality standards and monitor compliance. Next, risk management. Potential risks are identified and handled before they become major issues. Next, customer satisfaction. Projects that meet customer expectations improve trust and reputation. Example, suppose a hospital management system must be completed within 6 months. Without proper management, it will deadline may be missed, cost may increase, software quality may decrease. But with proper management, resource allocations are collected properly, progress is monitored, risk are controlled. Thus, software project management is essential for project success. Next topic, categorizing software projects. A software project are categorized because not all projects are the same. Some are small, some are complex, some are involved high risk. Categorizations help project managers plan resource, cost, time and effort effectively. By project size, small project have limited features, small teams 1 to 5 members and short development time. They are easy to manage and require less budget. Example, library management system. Next, medium project involves more modules and require better coordination among team members. Team size is usually 5 to 20 members. Example, hospital management system. Next, large project. Large project are complex, require large teams, higher budget and longer development period. Example, banking software. Next, by application type. It's an information system. The system manage and process data for organization. Example, it includes payroll system and inventory management system. Next, a real-time system. Real-time system must respond immediately to events. Delay can cause serious problems. Example, air traffic control system and medical monitoring system. Next, embedded system. Embedded systems are software programs built into hardware device. Example includes mobile phones, washing machine and smart appliances. Next, a web application. Web application are accessed through browsers over the internet. Example, it includes e-commerce website and online portals. Next, by complexity. Simple projects have fewer requirements and are easy to develop. Example, calculator application. Next, moderate projects contain multiple modules and require more planning. Example, library management system. Next, complex projects involve advanced functionality, large database and high security requirements. Example, banking software. Low risk. These projects use familiar technologies and have stable requirements. Example, personal website. Next, medium risk projects. These projects involve moderate uncertainty and may face requirement or technical change. Example, e-commerce system. Next, high risk projects are critical systems where failure can have serious consequence. Example, air traffic control and medical system. Next, project life cycle. Software project life cycle is the sequence of phases that a software project follows from the beginning until the project is completed. Think of it like building a house. Before building a house, we first decide why we need it, then create a plan, construct it, monitor the work, and finally hand over the completed house. Similarly, every software project faces through 5 phases. First, intimation, planning, execution, monitoring, and control and closure. What is project intimation? The first phase project begins before investing money and resource. The organization must understand why the project is needed. The main activities are identify the project need, defining project objective, and conducting a feasibility study. For example, a college wants an online attendance system. The need is to automate attendance tracking. The object is to reduce manual work and improve accuracy. The feasibility study checks whether the project is technically possible and financially affordable and operationally useful. At the end of this phase, management decides whether the project should proceed. Next, project planning. Once the project is approved, we move to the planning phase. Planning is considered one of the most important phase because good planning increases the chance of project success. The project manager prefer a detailed project plan by estimating project cost, scheduling project activities, allocating resource. For example, online attendance system requires 4 developers, 2 testers in 3 months of development. All these details are planned in this phase. The output is a project roadmap showing who will do what and when. Next, project execution. This is the implementation phase where the actual software is developed and most of the project budget and effort are spent during execution. It's include coding the software, testing individual modules, preparing technical documentation. For online attendance system, developers create login page, attendance module, and report generation features. Testers verify that all functions work correctly. Documentation is prepared so users and future developers can understand this system. This phase convert project plan into a working software project. Next, monitoring and control. Monitoring and control occurs alongside the execution phase. The purpose is to ensure the project remains on schedule, within budget, and meets quality requirements. The activities include tracking project progress, managing risk, and comparing actual performance with planned performance. For example, the project was planned to complete 50% of coding by the second month. If only 30% is completed, corrective action must be taken. Similarly, if a team member leaves the project unexpectedly, the manager must address the risk and adjust the plan. This phase helps prevent project delays and failures. Final part is project closure. The final phase is project closure. After development and testing are completed, the software is delivered to the customer. Next, it includes the product delivery, customer acceptance, and documentation completion. Example, online attendance system is installed in the college. The college verifies that all requirements are satisfied. Once the customer formally accepts the software, the project is officially closed. All project documents, reports, and lessons learned are achieved for future reference. Next, setting objective. Setting objective is a software project management requires clearly defining the project's purpose using the SMART framework. While set up project objectives, clear objectives align the development team with the broader business goals. They are critical because they ensure project completion, established deadlines and budgets, provide clear deliverables and scope boundaries to prevent scope. Next, minimizing misunderstandings between stakeholders, clients, and the development team. SWOT criteria for project objectives is specific. Objective should clearly state the expected outcome so that All team members understand exactly what needs to be delivered. Next, measurable. Progress should be evaluated through measurable indicators such as milestones, KPIs, performance metrics, or percentage completion. Next, achievable. Objective must be realistic considering available manpower, technology, budget, and project constraints. Next are reliable. The objective should contribute directly to organizational goals and provide value to customers or stakeholders. Next, T. Time bound. Every objective should have a deadline to ensure accountability and maintain perfect moment. This is called the SMART. Next, stakeholders. Stakeholders are individuals, groups, or organizations that can influence a software project or affected by its outcome. They play an important role in the success of a project because they provide requirements, resources, feedback, and support through the software development process. Stakeholders are generally classified into two categories. One is internal stakeholder, another one is external stakeholder. What is internal stakeholder? Internal stakeholders are people who work within the organization and are directly involved in the software development process. Who all are the internal stakeholders? First, project managers. Project managers plans, execute, and monitors the project activities. Next, project sponsor provides funding and organizational support for the project. Next, development team. Development team is responsible for designing and developing the software. Next, UI and UX designer create user-friendly interface and improve the user experience. Next, QA tester. QA testers ensure software quality by identifying and reporting defects. Next, product manager. Product manager defines the product vision, gather requirements, and priority features. The stakeholders work together to ensure the successful development and delivery of the software. Next, external stakeholders. Who all are external stakeholders? External stakeholders are individuals or organizations outside the development team who have an interest in the project. First, client or customers purchase or commission the software and define the business requirement. Next, end user. End user or use the software in the daily activities and provide valuable feedback. Next, vendor and suppliers. Vendor and suppliers provide third-party service, APIs, tools or hardware required for the project. Next, regulatory bodies ensures that the software complies with legal, security, and industry standards. Next, investors. Investors provide financial support and expect business value and returns from the project. These stakeholders influence project decision and help ensures that the final product meets business and user needs. Next, the importance of stakeholder management. First, identify stakeholders. Identify all individuals, groups, or organizations involved in or affected by the project. Next, analyzing influencer and interest. Understand each stakeholder's level of influence and interest to determine how they should be managed. Next, maintaining regular communication. Provide timely updates and feedback to keep stakeholders informed about project progress. Next, maintaining regular expectations. Ensure stakeholders have a clear understanding of project goals, scope, timelines, and deliverables. Next, resolving conflicts. Resolving conflicts, address disagreements and issues promptly to maintain smooth project execution. Next, ensuring project success. Active stakeholders involvement helps achieve project objectives, improve satisfaction, and increase the chance of project success. And effective stakeholders management build trust, improve collaboration, minimize risk, and contributes significantly to the successful completion of a software project. Next, management control in software project management. Management control helps keep a software project on track. It involves continuously monitoring project activities and comparing actual progress within the project plan. If deviation are identified, such as schedule delays or cost overrun, corrective actions are taken to bring the project back on track. Management control focuses on key areas such as time, cost, quality, and risk management. The main goal is to ensure that the project is completed successfully within the planned budget, schedule, and quality requirements. Next, project team. A project team consists of people with different skills who work together to successfully complete a software project. Thus, project sponsor provides funding and organizational support. The project manager leads the team and ensures the project meets its goal. Next, business analytics. Gather requirements from stakeholders while developers build the software. Next, UI and UX designers focus on user experience and QA engineers ensure the software meets quality standards through testing. Next, system administrations. It maintains the technical environment and end users provides valuable feedback. Next, effective project team requires good communication, collaboration, clear responsibility, and commitment from all members. The success of a software project largely depends on how well the project team works together. This is the project team. Next, stepwise project planning. Stepwise project planning includes 11 steps. Step 0 is select the project that offers the highest strategy and business value. Next, step 1, clearly define what the project will deliver, identify stakeholders, and establish measurable objectives. Next, step 2, set up the required infrastructure, including tools, technologies, standards, and team organization. Next, step 3, analyze project characteristics such as complexity, size, risk, and development methodology. Step 4, identify project deliverables and the activities required to produce them. Step 5 is estimate the effort, duration, and cost for each activity using approximate estimation techniques. Step 6, identify risks such as requirement changes, technical issues or staff shortages, and prepare contingency plans. Step 7, allocate resources efficiently and adjust schedules to avoid bottlenecks. Step 8, review the project plan, obtain stakeholders, approve and communicate the finalized plan. Step 9, execute the project according to the approved schedule and plan. Step 10, as the project progresses, create more detailed plan for upcoming phases to maintain control and flexibility. This is the steps to stepwise project plan. This is the diagram for stepwise project planning. How the steps are illustrate the stepwise project planning approach, which provides a structured method for planning and managing software. Next, project evaluation. Project evaluation is performed before software development begins. Its purpose is to determine whether the proposed project is feasible, beneficial, and aligned with organization objectives. The first component is a strategy assessment, which ensures the project supports the company business goals and provide values. Next, technical assessment, where we evaluate whether the required technology, infrastructure, and technical expertise are available to complete the project successfully. Next, economic and cost benefit analysis, which compares the cost of development and maintenance with the expected benefits. Financial techniques such as ROI, NPV, and IRR and payback period help determine whether the project is financially worthwhile. Final is risk evaluation. It identifies potential technical, financial, operational, or schedule related risk and develop plans to reduce their impact. Overall, project evaluation helps organizations make informed decisions, reduce project failure risk, and invest resource in projects that deliver the highest value. Next, selection of approximate project objectives. Selecting approximate project objective is essential because objective provide direction for the entire software project. They define what the project should achieve and how success will be measured. To select effective project, we use the SMART framework. Objectives should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Project objectives are generally grouped into three categories. Quality and scope objectives defines the required features and quality standards. Next, cost objective ensures the project remains within budget, and last, time objective focuses on completing the project according to schedule. When selecting objective, we first ensure that they align with the organization strategic goals. Next, we assess potential risk that may affect the achievement. Finally, we involve stakeholders to ensure the objectives meet their expectations and requirements. Well-defined objectives improve project planning, resource allocation, performance measurement, and stakeholder satisfaction. Next is software effort estimation techniques. Software effort estimation is the process of predicting the amount of effort, time, cost, and resource required to develop a software project. Before starting a project, organization need estimates to plan budgets, schedules, and team requirement. Accurate estimation helps ensure that projects are completed successfully within the available resource. Why is it important? Software effort estimation is important for several reasons. First, it helps in project planning by providing a clear understanding of the work involvement. Second, it helps determine the project budget, allowing organization to estimate development cost before the project begins. Third, it supports effective resource allocation, ensuring that the right number of developers and resources are assigned. Fourth, it helps reduce project risk by identifying potential issues related to cost, time, or manpower. Finally, it supports scheduling and control by helping managers create realistic timelines and monitor project progress. Next, major software effort estimation techniques are there are several techniques used to estimate software effort. First, expert judgment, where experienced professionals estimate effort based on their knowledge and past experience. Second, analogy based estimation, which estimate effort by comparing the current project with similar completed projects. Third, function point analysis or FPA, which estimates software size based on the functionality provided to users. Fourth, object point estimation. It estimates effort by counting screens, reports, and software components. Fifth, COCOMO or constructive cost model, which uses the size of the software measured in KLOC to estimate effort, cost, and development time. Each technique has its own advantage and it is selected based on the project requirements and available information. Next, we are seeing the cost estimation problem in function point analysis. This is the sample example for hospital management system as following the functions. First function type is external input, external output, external inquiries, internal logical files and external interface files. It will be count and weight will be calculated for the function point analysis. Let's how function point analysis is used to estimate the size of a software project. In this example, we are developing a hospital management system. First, we identify the different type of functions provided by the system. The system has 5 external inputs such as patient, registration, and appointment booking. These are activities where users enter data into the system. Next, there are 4 external outputs such as patient report and billing reports. They are the output generated by the system. The system also has 3 external inquiries which include research options like searching or patients or appointments. There are 2 internal logical files, namely the patient database and doctor database, which are maintained by the system itself. Finally, there is a one external interface file such as an insurance company database that interact with the system. Step 2. Calculate UFP. UFP is the unadjusted function point. We multiply each function count by its corresponding weight and add the result. This gives us a total UFP value of 71. Next, we apply the VAF, value adjustment factor is the example. In this example, the VAF is assumed to be 1.05, indicating a moderate level of project complexity. Using the formula FP equal to UFP into VAF, we multiply 71 by 1.05 and the obtain is 74.55, which is rounded to 75 function points. Step 4. Calculate function point. Function point is calculated to UFP equal into VAF. We multiply 71 by 1.05 and obtained 74.55, which is rounded to 75 function points. The final result means that the hospital management system has a software size of approximately 75 function points. This value can then be used by project manager to estimate the effort, development time, cost and resources required for the project. So the key step in function point analysis are identify functions, calculate UFP, apply VAF and obtain the final function point. Next, object point estimation. Object point is a software effort estimation technique. It mainly used for applications with graphical user interface, reports and reusable components. The technique estimates software size by counting objects in the system. Object consider screen, report, program models or components. How it will be work? Each object is classified as simple, medium or complex. A weight is assigned based on complexity. Object points are calculated by multiplying the number of objects by their weights and then summing the result. Object point formula is summation in number of objects in weight. Example, library management system. 5 simple screen with weight 1, 3 medium report with weight 5, 2 complex model with weight 10. So we multiply in weights. 5 into 1, 5, and 3 into 5, 15, and 2 into 10, 20. So total object point is 5 plus 15 plus 20. So the total object point is 40. The estimated software size is 40 for object point. Higher objective point indicates greater development efforts, cost and time. Object point estimation is simple and useful during the earlier stage of software project planning. Next, cost constructive cost model. What is cost constructive cost model? It was developed by Barry Boom in 1981. COCOMO is a software effort estimation technique used to estimate the effort, cost, and development. The model uses the size of the software measured in KLOC or thousands of lines of code to predict the resource needed for development. It helps project manager plan budgets, schedules and team size before the project begins. The basic formula is effort will be calculated in the given. Next, types of projects in constructive cost model. COCOMO classifies software projects into 3 categories based on their size, complexity, and development environment. First category is organic projects. These are small and simple projects developed by experienced team. The requirements are well understood and similar projects have been developed before. A common example for library management system. The second category is semi-detached project. These are medium complexity project developed by teams with mixed level of experience. They require more planning and creative than organic project. Example including compiler and e-commerce system. Third category is embedded project. These are large and highly complex system with strict hardware and software constraints. They require highly skilled developers and extensive testing. Its example, aircraft control system. In simply, organic projects are simple and the semi-detached product are moderately and complex, and the embedded projects are highly complex. Next, types of constructive cost model. There are 3 types. Models used for software estimation, effort estimation. The first one is basic constructive cost model. It is simple to use but provides lower accuracy. Second is intermediate COCOMO. It addition to thousands of lines in a code. KLOC, it considers cost drivers such as team experience, product complexity, and hardware requirement. Therefore, it provides more accurate estimation. Third is detailed COCOMO. It considers KLOC, cost drivers, and the effort required in each phase of software development, such as analysis, design, coding, and testing. This makes it the most accurate model among the 3. Basic, we use only the software size. Intermediate COCOMO uses software size plus cost drivers, and detailed COCOMO uses software size, cost drivers, and project phases for the most accurate estimate. Importance of constructive cost model is an important software estimation model because it helps organization plan and manage software project effectively. First, it supports cost estimation by providing a systematic way to estimate software development cost and prepare project budget. Second, it helps resource management by determining the number of developers and resource needed based on project size and complexity. Third, project planning by helping managers create realistic schedules, milestones, and project goals. Another important benefit is risk management. Constructive cost model helps identify potential risk earlier in the development process, allowing teams to take preventive actions, and it's provide decision support by giving managers quantitative data for decision related to project scope, priority, and resource allocation. In addition, constructive cost models serve a benchmarking tool, allowing organization to compare their projects within industry standards and previous projects. Finally, it promotes resource optimization by ensuring resource used efficiently, providing productivity while reducing overall project. Next, the structure of cost estimation. COCOMO model follows three steps. First, estimate the software size and KLOC. Second, calculate the development effort using the COCOMO formula. Third, estimate the development time and resource required. This model helps convert software size into effort, schedule, and cost estimate, making project planning easier and more systematic. Let's consider a simple example. Suppose a software project contains 10,000 lines of code. First, we convert LOC into KLOC by dividing by 1000, giving 10 KLOC using the basic consecutive cost model formula for an organic project. Effort equals 2.4 multiplied by 10 raised off to the power of 1.05. The result is approximately 27% per month. This means the project requires about 27 months of work by one developer or can be completed faster by a larger team. One developer is 27 months and three developers 9 months. So 9 developers will be taken, the project will be completed in 3 months. Next, cost constructive model offers several advantages. It is simple and easy to understand. It helps estimate project cost, effort, and schedule at an earlier stage. It supports project planning and resource allocation. It is widely accepted in software engineering and provides a structured approach to software estimation. These benefits make it useful for project managers and development team, and it's the disadvantage for it depicts the COCOM has some limitations. It depends heavily on accurate KLOC estimation, which can be difficult during the earlier stage of development. It may be not suitable for agile projects where requirements frequently change. The model was developed in 1981 and may not fully reflect modern software development practices and technologies. Additionally, it does not completely account for difference in the developer skills and productivity. This is the advantage and disadvantage of the cost constructive. Next, this slide shows the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted by the United Nations to achieve sustainable development by 2030. For this course, the most relevant goals are SDG 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure, SDG 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth, and SDG 4 is Quality Education. Software project management supports these goals by promoting innovation, improving project efficiency, and developing professional skills for successful software development. How software project management is suitable for sustainable development goals? Software project management plays an important role in achieving the sustainable development goals by helping organization planning, manage and deliver software projects efficiently. The first point is that software project management supports the SDG through effective project planning, cost estimation, resource management, and successful software delivery. These activities help organization complete projects on time and within budget. Second, that good project management improves productivity, reduce project risk, and ensure the development of reliable and innovative software solutions. These software solutions benefit both the society and industries by improving service and technology. Our course covers software effort estimation techniques such as function point analysis, object point estimation, and cost constructive model. These techniques help estimate software efforts accurately, allowing organization to make better use of time, cost, and resource. Overall, software project management contributes to sustainable development by promoting innovation, efficient resource utilization, and successful software project delivery. SDG related to software project management. This slide shows how SPM contribute to three important sustainable development goals. First, SDG 9, Industry, Innovation and Infrastructure. Several project management promotes innovation by helping organization plan, develop and deliver high quality software project. Techniques such as project planning and software effort estimation support reliable digital infrastructure and technological growth. Next, SDG 8, decent work and economic effective project management improve productivity by using resource efficiently. It allows reduce project cost, minimize delays, and ensure timely software deliver, contributing to economic growth. Next, SDG 4, quality education. This course develops essential skills in project planning, teamwork, and software estimation techniques. These skills prepare a student for successful career in software engineering and project management. Thank you.